Cantarun estekia O pastera kafunere Antas tetera kasayara Naina kristiki titekio
Now, okay, hello everyone, welcome another week of light languages and collective healing. I'm here with Sister Michelle, Sister Barbara, and Sister Melissa. I'm Ismael Rodriguez, and we're gonna start like every week with some blessings to protect the space, to tune in into the energies, blessings, to expand the channel that we are. Let's see what happens. Tatishaka Utana. And Michelle is the first one in the screen. You want to start?
So just a blessing and a translation after?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this is from God for a healing blessing for each of us here on the call. Tio kunyarakata oria kia torodo onyarakata tio gore diada tio kunyaraka tia korodo ia gorodo ia nyarakata ta ia kadata tio korodo oro ia nyaraka ia haraka dio nyorogo tio koro nyaroko ia nyaha. Namaste. Beloveds, I am very glad that you have come to the realization that your bodies need your focused attention by sending it love to nourish it through these trying times. Each of you are feeling the collective energies flow through you as you are very sensitive and open to it. My wish for you is that you just let these energies flow freely and claim none of them for your own. Each of you are very strong beings, being tested and pushed to the max. Know it to be the biggest test of your existence. It is all a co-creation for soul expansion. Know that you are dearly loved and respected. We realize these times are very challenging, and we commend you and send you all our unconditional love and gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, very connected to what we were chatting about, and allowing things to happen, surrender, and understand that there is always a meaning behind. We will know at some point what all that means. Ashika tatesh itnak atatika hotesh ishanak atatina. Don't take it too personally, because sometimes we are purging things from others, and it's not even from us. Or sometimes not even from this lifetime, it's from another timeline, and we are purging that in this lifetime, and that anger come to the surface in this lifetime. But we are freeing that part of ourselves from that other time or dimension. That message really got to my heart, because it's so connected to everything we were saying. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And every being that has been there collaborating in delivering this message. And now, Barbara, you want to go ahead? It's all yours.
Kind of hard of hearing when you're talking to me.
Barbara.
Okay. I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
Shutana hikuno hata kiahana kuasha ia kunukoahi tahiako nahaki shinako kuata kiatakani kuaha kiaha niakosho kiaho gamahaki tahi awaki daha kiyasho kuasha. Namaste.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. Do you also get the translations?
I can't do translations.
No? Okay.
Usually Michelle
tell you
does
what
them.
If Michelle feels, if you feel like doing a translation,
yeah, I can tell you what I got. This is what I got. So. Call upon the energies of the planet, of the earth. We are the earth guardians. We are the elemental collective. We are with you. You don't always see us, but we are there. We champion your strategy for staying positive in these most trying times. Call upon the earth energies. You are so dearly loved. Namaste.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Hope that resonated, but
very much. It does
At
resonate
first,
to me. What about you, Barbara? Does it resonate with you?
yes. At first, I thought it was Sparrowcus. He's reptilian. It's just
Is one of your spirit guides, Barbara?
no. He's
No?
my spouse.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and this message was also very connected to the conversation we were having before you came. Also to the all the information that we delivered last week. So connected. The elementals were there last week, also telling us this message of yes, take life as it flows, as it comes, have more joy. And don't get too much into the drama that absorb and put down our vibration. Live life more because we have the ability to do it. We can choose to, like we were saying before, to put our attention in negativity or put our attention in things which are really positive. And the elementals are always there reminding us, come on guys, cheer up, cheer up. We know it's tough, we know it's difficult, but yeah, cheer up. Katika wa taikiyo waka. Thank you, Michelle, again. Thank you, elementals. Thank you, Barbara. Hachika wata.
Thank you.
And now is Melissa. If you feel like it, of course. Hachika waka.
I apologize for not showing my face. I'm like doused in essential oils and I've got clay all over my face.
Part of self-love.
Use of essential oils are just crazy, by the way. Thank you, everyone. That was beautiful. Arashikiti akotaya rashakati makati arashakoto yore meniniti akoto yore shikiti arashakati pati kura menenati arashati akati amara notoya iakati oroshe titi aramananati akati oroshakoto yore menenata iakoto yore shikati amanati akoto yore shikiti arashakoti amakaya noto yorata Iakasha noto te rameni ti shikite aro payaneti shikate aro mananata. Iakore miniti akosha katati makati oro shakati amanati arasha katata oro monoto yorata. Ianate oro mananate aro shakati ako reminitia. We are source. As long as we are in that source light, we are always, always, always protected. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Yes, we are source. Co-creating and recreating new things. Tanna karuk atarima goma hatayuma kateyama. Hana hatia mumma kates o akikana. O mo tosti enak auro. Haninak aos eakuak. Haritakoka nau. Hainesa nakaata. It is it ek awokok antu okot a. Sois ine amumalake hateliko juntus in akot ata akatuko okotai. Henik an au hooko es akwoto amunaka amun anek ao. Ades ita adak ok atos awo muha kato sai hedeshanak ote kikaan. You are constantly reconnecting more to all aspects of yourselves, remembering more not only about what you have already experienced, but about what you are capable of doing. So you are discovering your abilities to expand more your spectrum of possibilities and experiences. Kika anta akut es ish. You are a new version of yourself every second, any minute. Kenek aru as uk os ishint akum kum. When you get in alignment, you find the beauty of everything you are experiencing. When you go in these ups and downs, you learn how to discern more the magic of life. Every time you are more and more aware of the creator that you are, and of your possibilities, capacities, abilities. Akawana onika otaku wana wonderful multidimensional beings. Anak ukuanak working kawaka and expanding the light in so many levels. You are always learning more how to transform and transmute the darkness into light. You never cease to learn and find new ways to do so. So much joy you will experience gradually more and more. Just set your intention and focus in positivity even when something is going wrong. You know you can do it. And for some reason they show me this mountain in Turkey where they say that they found some evidence of Noah yes, a spaceship or whatever that was, a boat or ship, whatever that was. That is I think is called Mount Ararat, or Mountain Ararat. And I don't know why they show me that at the end. Obviously, I have a lot. I think Michelle mentioned before the working with the animal spirits and the animals. And it's something that I very profoundly also do. And I feel more awareness and more connection to them. Maybe it has something to do. Sometimes we just get fractions or part of messages that we put together as we go on week by week. And if someone is watching this video and you have some information about it and you want to share it, please feel free to talk to us. Tika tawana. If you want to talk to any of our sisters here or to me, you can reach me in Facebook with Ishmael Metatron Archangels. You want to talk to Melissa, to Barbara, or to Michelle, just tell me, and I will put you in contact to them. Tikawana. I will ask them, of course, if they want to be in contact with whoever contact for a message or for whatever that you are requesting. Ishina katus intaka tus ana sana. So yeah, a lot of gratitude to these beings who were talking through. I felt the mantis beings. I felt many other beings talking at once, uniting consciousness. Ishinak atos inta naka oto. But always so pleasant. They always deliver these messages, leaving you residual that is so pleasant. Akuatika onto ishanaka ata.
I seen a lion's head when you were transmitting. And I also seen, I don't know, it was two snakes, but going up a staff with like wings at the top of it. I'm not really sure what that symbol means, but I think it's on ambulances and in America.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is there a spiritual meaning to it?
There is a lot of meaning
Yeah.
in this. Well, the snake is a symbol of wisdom, isn't it? In Egypt, it represented the wisdom. They also are these beings called Naga. That they whenever they connect to me, they deliver incredible messages, like very high intelligence. So I connect the snake beings with a lot of intelligence. Yeah, Hachanawana. What about you, Michelle? What are your experiences with the snake beings?
Yeah, with the Naga, not so much. It's and my husband has had experiences as well through his lucid dreams, and his experiences weren't good. They weren't positive.
Weren't good?
No, they weren't. So I think, like everything, there's good and there's bad, everything,
In every species, in every civilization. In humans, they are good and bad. In reptilians, they are good and bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like,
I had an experience with a serpent that, like, a few weeks back, so it wasn't very nice either.
Yeah.
But it's like what we said the other day, like the reptilians as well. We all see them as bad, but there's also good ones as well. So.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Even here on Earth, we sometimes represent some animals like evil, like they call the orca, the whale. A lot of people consider to be the orca a very evil being. I think they are amazing. Yeah, they do, because they eat dolphins sometimes, or they eat seals, and so we sometimes, depending from what angle we sort of talk about things, we can relate them as evil or as light. Also, no, we do this a lot on Earth as well. Like, for example, with the orcas. To me, orcas are super intelligent. They are very advanced beings. Also, they can do incredible things, and the human are still searching so much about their behavior and discovering. They keep discovering new things, and it's incredible. The other day I saw a documentary about the noises and the sounds that they in the way they communicate, and they are deciphering the sounds. And I find that fascinating, no? How little we know still about our world and the animal kingdom and so many beings, but even in our planet, no? It's like so whenever we go to other species from other dimensions, imagine how little sometimes we know about them. So yeah, there is good and evil spread everywhere. That's
Yeah,
Shanaka.
just beliefs as well. It's just like, because I know when I've been brought up, and that's been passed on beliefs through generations to generations about all the folklore about like the crows and things like that. Like it was always seen as a bad omen, but I get visited by the crows quite a lot, and I just see them as pure wisdom. Like they are intelligent birds, and I don't see them as bad at all. But then there's still people in my family going like, "Oh, there's three crows going over your head," and like all this passed on
I
bullshit.
find them amazing.
Yeah.
I find them amazing. The ravens, the crows.
Yeah.
In Spain, we don't have many. Only in the north, but I come from the south, and I never saw them really until I moved to England. Uh, and from the moment I saw them, I fell in love with them. I knew I had a connection to them, and they still are there. Every time that I'm feeling low energy, they come in the window and
Yeah.
they stare at me as I'm doing things in the house, and they always pass me messages about carry on and don't give up. Yeah, they always send me positive.
There's something amazing when you look into their eyes. It's
Oof,
any
oof.
animal. Like I've had that with horses as well and cows. It's
Me too.
like you get transported into a different world through their eyes.
Pure honesty.
Mm,
When you stare at their eyes, you see the truth, pure
yeah.
honesty. And there is no second thought about love or about anything. They are just what you see in those eyes.
Hmm.
And they stare at you and they can see inside your soul. It's like, wow, it's amazing. I
They're
think
Yeah.
very
about
high
that
vibrational beings, aren't they?
very
Mhm.
much, very much.
Yeah.
At one at a, and we are also evolving on that in opening that connection. Scientists investigating and searching more, and we light workers, we are connecting to them in ways that, yeah, even my brother will say, "Are you mad? Really? Are you talking to that crowd?" you, you are really, really, really lost your mind, brother. And yeah, what did that
But there's source in those beings as well, you know.
Yeah.
there is a
There's
soul,
source in every sentient being. So you're
very
connecting your
much.
source to theirs. You know, it's just like how evolved are we, basically? You know,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
like we have these realizations, and it's really a blessing. It's really amazing to have these connections.
And
Even
that's
just speaking light languages to them, they recognize it.
Yeah.
Well, they stand to attention and they listen.
Yeah.
You can hear that they listen.
when I go to the New Forest. It's close to. It's like a. It's a forest that they are rehabilitating near Southampton here in UK, and they are wild horses. And every time I speak like languages to them, they just get close. And if I'm sat there having my sandwich or a snack, I make a stop, let's say, for riding my bike, and then I start talking like languages because I feel like doing so. And suddenly I open my eyes and there is a horse or there is a deer there. And it's like, it's really mind blowing how
Yeah.
connected they are to us. But we need to be in that frequency. If we don't get in that frequency, we will find them as aliens, as beings who are separated or far from our awareness and consciousness. But as we expand our frequency and we elevate our frequency, the closer we get, and the more we will understand them, the more we open ourselves to telepathy, the more we will be able to understand what they want to tell us. The same way that Michelle is interpreting and translating the light languages as we speak. The same way we will understand what those eyes are trying to tell us, because we will feel it.
Yeah.
And we already can do that. I feel that when I'm there and when they
it's
get
coming back, isn't it?
closer. Yeah, it's coming back, exactly. It's
Yeah.
something getting activated, and it's
It's weird. I was speaking, this sounds really bizarre, but spider light language, you know, a while ago, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, but, or it may be more, but yeah, like weird, but I'm going to share anyway. Like I feel that I feel that I'm some sort of ambassador to those beings. I don't know why, but that's what I feel. You know, who in their right mind would say,
I'm ambassador of the spiders.
spider light. And not just that, but dolphin as well. Like
Yeah.
dolphin light language.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I
It's
always,
new. Let's put it that way. It's new.
yeah. I sometimes there's spiders in my house, and like that's how much I've evolved anyway, because I used to scream the house down if there was
Yeah, me too.
But I catch it in a glass and I go and put it back outside, but there's some times where it's been raining and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to let you out right now because it's like raining, and I'll watch it scattering around this glass being like all frantic, and I'll sit and speak light languages to it and it just immediately calms down. It immediately just surrenders, and then I'm like, see, you don't need to be worried, it's fine. And
that's amazing.
I definitely feel like yeah, I feel weird saying that.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like animals can feel, they sense our energy, they know our aura. Like even before I spoke light languages, like animals would come up to me, like the Shetland ponies, and they're seen as quite stubborn ponies. Like they can be quite stubborn and arrogant at sometimes, but like I've never had that experience with them. They always come to me, but I've been with other people and they don't even look at them, like they won't even acknowledge them. And then somebody mentioned it and they were like, that's because they like her aura, like they like her aura, that's like she's connected to them. And I didn't really know what that meant at the time, but I do now.
Yeah. I can see auras, so I can see the energy around people and I can see the colors of them. So it is real. It is a thing.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh, here's something. I was out on the deck, well, in the summertime anyway, a couple months ago. And I don't like spiders either, but this big spider just came down from the roof right in front of me, right in front of me, got a drink from the puddle, and then went back up again. And I sat there and watched it, and I knew it was aware of me. So that's the thing. Like I think that we are connecting with nature, connecting with sentient beings, and we're becoming one again. That's what I feel, you know?
Yeah,
I feel that they were there, they were there and aware all the time, and we weren't
Yes.
open to talk to them. And
Yes.
at the same time, they are expanding and evolving as the frequency in the planet Earth is also evolving and changing and expanding. But it is us reconnecting to them, reconnecting to ourselves and our divine frequency, but also expanding opening our ears and our senses to them.
Mm.
So now we consider them as part of us, when before we thought that they were an inferior species. I never felt that, honestly, since I came to this planet. I never felt that animals were inferior, that like my father was, asking us to hold a rabbit from the ears and kill it to eat and things like that, which for us was like very traumatic. For me, it was very traumatic to do that, and I always thought that even the little birds, the canary birds, that my father had like thousands of them, just as pets. They were looking at you also with so much love. And whenever we were staring at them in the cage, they were starting to sing, and I could feel how they wanted to communicate and tell me something, but I didn't know what they were telling me at the time. Now I understand that in the same way I interpret light languages, I can interpret also the feelings that the animals transmit, and I think we can all do that if we want to, if we open our hearts and we acknowledge them, like Melissa said. You acknowledge them, that's it. You are creating a connection with that being. If you just think that it's a stupid pony, that's it. You are creating separation because you think it's stupid, and there is no point in talking or having a connection to that being.
Well, we had a bird fly in the house once, and it ended up going upstairs, and I was, I really felt bad for this bird. It was terrified, and it was flying back and forth and trying to find a way out. So I connected with this bird. I managed to pick it up, and I took it outside and put it on the chair, and I knew it was terrified. I knew it was freaking out. So then I sent it healing, and as I sent it healing, I could see its eyes starting to close slowly. It was the coolest thing, and so I know that it received the healing. Then, so it was on the outside on the chair. Then it flew up on my arm, and I was like, wow, it was up on my arm. It was saying thank you. Then it flew up on my chest and looked up in my face. And oh my goodness, I mean, you talk about a connection, and then it flew off. And I'm getting tingles. It was incredible. And I still, to this day, it was a beautiful experience. Yeah, still to this day.
And see, when we were speaking about our bodies, like adapting to the energies and stuff like that, I've felt connected to the birds, and before, or it might have been during October, or before, like the turbulent, just like all the spiritual growth, shall we call it, happened for 3 days in a row, on more than 2 or 3 occasions in a day. A little robin would visit me and just stare at my face, make sure that I acknowledged it, and fly off. And then once the robin had gone, there was a blackbird that came, just a single blackbird, and it would rotate like that. for 3 days, like
Wow.
about 2 or 3 times a day. And I was just like, what is this trying to tell me? And then when I looked up the meaning, it was like spiritual evolution, new beginnings, and like there was lots of other reputations, but then that was just before we all kind of went into like the depths of our shadows in that like little bit. So it's like they were telling me before, and I only thought about that a week later because I was like, they were actually telling me before I actually knew what I was going to experience versus
Amazing.
little messengers.
Yeah.
I consider them in my life they are messengers.
Yeah.
Every time I have an interaction with a bird is with messages. Always in the moment I need it, they bring me a message. They bring me hope. They tell me to keep going, to be strong, and
yeah, the robin's like a symbol of hope, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As well, faith and strength, and yeah, this blackbird, he keeps on coming to my house as well, and he's getting like, he's not scared of me. He keeps on coming closer and closer. There's actually a female and a male that both come, and I think they're connected, but like they're never at the same time. There's either the female one or the male one, and they just come the whole time, and every time they're just getting closer and closer. If I go outside, they don't fly away, and I'm like, you're going to be in my hand soon. I feed them, but yeah, that would be an amazing connection, just to have like them just on you. Like they trust you much.
Yeah, I think that's the connection with Noah and the Ararat. Is the awareness that we are gaining and reaching with the animal kingdom, which is us as well. The animal kingdom is no separation, and creating much more connection to them. So today I want to also set this intention so that humanity open also the heart to the animal kingdom, to our kingdom. Do you want to share an intention, Michelle?
Yeah, please. I've got a few of them. I'd like to set the intention that my dog Jax specifically gets the healing that his higher self will allow for him to recover from his situation. And also, I'd like to set the intention to send healing energy to each and every individual being for as much as their higher selves will allow, for them to do their missions with ease and grace, whatever they need in this lifetime. And also for the intention for humanity to come together in oneness as a unified species. To join and join forces as a species against all darkness and shine. And so it is.
Amen. Takatuntana. Beautiful intentions. Vashun naka kotana. Soana. Melissa, you want to say any intentions?
There's just something that keeps on coming to my head, and I feel like it needs to be spread to me and to the whole collective, is forgive them for what they do not know.
So super connected to what we were saying before recording as well.
Yeah, that's something.
Forgive.
Yeah, replaying it in over and over in my head, being forgive them for what they do not know. I would like to send an attention to everybody's inner child, so that they get sent the love and the healing that they need and deserve, and just to realize that we are all one. We're not separate from anything, from a blade of grass, from a bee, from the animals. Just that we're all one and we're all together. We're not fighting against each other. Like, we need to all come together as one and radiate light and unconditional love. And yeah, that's my wish.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. They are amazing. Kachana Kotana. I want to set the intentions to. I was feeling our conversation back again, and I want to set the intentions so that they can show us ways to purge and release anger, any anger that we might have inside, to release it in a more pleasant way. So I ask and I set the intention so that so that they can give us ways to channel anger in ways that we don't harm others, or in ways that we just can transform the anger more naturally or more presently. Yeah, that's one of the intentions. The other intention is to create discernment when we need to think about something more and get deeper, more into something, and when we just don't need to even think about something and just do it. Because sometimes we get trapped very often in thinking too much, because we think that by thinking more we are gonna solve the problem, and sometimes we just need to react and take action and don't even think about anything else, just take action and go for it. So I want more assistance and help on that, especially in these times that we are living, bombarded by so many frequencies from the dark and from the light. So yes, discernment in how to keep understanding reality. I want to set the intention also to get more insight about our dreams, about our troubles when we are sleeping or when we are having a meditation, so we get more insight and we become more aware also how to deal with it, how to go from one dimension to another safely, without going into too much. I want to set the intention for protection, so that people don't get trapped in the intent of getting more insight about astral travels and lucid dreams. I want to send love also to everyone who is suffering from certain imbalance in the mind, understanding the reality that we are living, because there are a lot of people struggling about these polarities that we are living on Earth, and many of them are really losing it. They are really not understanding what's the purpose of being here, and why it seems to be so crazy. So I want to send love and light to all these people, so that they find the peace that we all deserve. Shana Kati Kantana, and love and light and peace in general. Teiniaka to every place where it's needed. Enik anata katanta. Also the connection and communication with our higher self, to expand it, to make it more assertive, and the connection and understanding with all the animal kingdom, because so much love them. Tanakata, and they are such a big part of my life. I'm so lucky to share my life with Brujita, my cat, and she teaches me every day so many things about the whole animal kingdom. So I also set the intention for people to have more experiences with different beings, but every beings really, not only those animals that we consider pets, but also animals from the sea, from animals that we usually don't have contact or communication, like with the spiders. So other beings that you will think that you will never have a conversation with, well, I want to set the intention so that we can be in that frequency to resonate with them and communicate to them. Hatina, tikana, and these are my intentions. Kaneki etiana, katutene teshana. If you are at home watching this video, please take this opportunity also to set your intention, your own intentions. If you feel like praying for us, praying for these intentions that we also share with you, please do, because we will send this love in form of light languages and in many other ways and forms that cannot be perceived by the human eye. We will be doing that for you too. Please feel free to share whatever is inside. Become expression. Don't keep anything inside. Not even anger. Speak. Free yourselves. We are going to start with some light languages. We never know what we are going to really say, so we will let them flow, and that is part of the learning also about life, about letting life flow just the way the light languages flow as an expression through us freely. Enek at orok uta shak. Huk nene umutuku. Hatane es na mu kanamu ka hate nemika.
Korea Iakoto Yanakata Ori Iakoto Anyakata Chia Koronia Unyako Unya Ifukiata Ukia Barata Ariako Ia Koroto Nyaka Chia Koroto Ia Kanabarata Orogo Chia koroto chia nirokota ia nya chuai kiata chia korinya ia koroto uria karata chia niraka uria kata chia onya chia uni chia koroti u i chia i o chia
Yakushoya mayane
Kurutunyakata Uyakata
ayakotayare meya tayana taishakia pako toyore meyana tia koshakaya no toyore ya wataya
Yanyakata
no tayora natia kashi no toyamaka Yara shokotia katia noto. Yokoya bayanatia kosha yakatia.
Yanrakata oya iotoroku yanrakata choya
Sana.
Yakure mia tiare shakutio makiare shatia katia roma yanatia kashayuko. Yakatia roshokoya bayanata shayakati orotia makatea ro. Are aro shakia pa ku yatia koya mate. Iakayo mokota kianatayo rota maka ionu tuyare a yanata ya Roma yanatia katia kush
korutu io kuria diadoro orfuya kanyaraka tia karadoro ohoya gata tia karata chia koruto oya iako Yanraka tara toroto aya tia toroto
war
Nyaka nyan tia taraka
meak no tuyare shatu yoko tuyore mea ya kasha kayo romana ta kota Ia kuia manitia rasha pia no toya rabia tio koe shi katia maka. Ia no toya ramaya katia shkotia paio koto yoro maya nitia kosha yo rata yo kote ya maka yo rota. Oaya katia roshi tia moko tia resh katia moka tia kore bina tia katia katia kore manitia katia resh tia rosha katia to resh katia ti Arishakata Yareshakatio Koto Yoroshakati Titi Gorashakata Koro Shakato Toto Yoroshakatani Yakata Waya Mania Kata Yoro Tiareshaka Yomokoto Yoro Uyaka Tia Pasho Koto Payo Kore Meni Tiara Otia
Hosanna kas asha ko maahadana kata. Dos inta naka aka. Oto oko tinta ako. Ja aka kunta oho kaaro. Ta anta. Ika akota. Oku hu oto os a. Jush a koha. Das osh amu a. Tak a. Des en ak aku. And now I'm seeing a spider that is telling me, imagine how long we've been waiting for someone to represent us and talk for us. We are celebrating every moment. And we rejoice in love and laughter when we get someone to talk awana for us. Nak atiene an interpreter. Kanak awana a communicator. Kanaka umaka anaka. So they are very happy.
I'm gonna speak some of their light language. It's pretty cool.
Right. Sure.
Oh my goodness. Tio niata katoro dia rogo dia. Tia koroto tia rakato. Oria kia tia torotoia. Tuya karatori kia tarata. Tia nyaraka. Oya tia. Tia karata.
I love it. I love it.
I'm back of my head tingled the whole time. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Kanikara durang.
Hope it doesn't attract things because I'm scared.
Wajina kota no tao taka. You're also transcending the fear when you interact with us. Kanta ma'akatika. Many of you have memories of timelines when we were much bigger than we are currently in your planet. We were as big as humans and sometimes bigger. Many of you still have fears kept from those experiences when you interact with us now. We support each other, also releasing these fears. Kana torna arok buma ar. We all collaborate. Kakuna kuma when we give the chance to each other. Anak a. This happens with every species, with every living being. Anak ao. You are opening uka to more interaction. And our magnificent experiences ahead. Anak arok hot amu ta.
Web of life.
Amazing.
The
Yeah.
bees, the bees,
The bees.
the bees. Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
the bees.
I have
Ai,
so much love to them. Hoakantaka.
Kote are mayanata shokote are mukota. Anote shakaya mokota yaro shakaya mokati onuto yore tia kota yara shakia koto yamanati yara. Tia kota yaro shakoti yamanata.
Oof. Oh my God. They made you feel that love so
I know.
so crystalline, like child love, pure. Karanak orokusta. Oh, kantos. Lot of joy too. So much to learn. Tanak awana from each other. Karta korte korna akutu akotik ash. You are only starting. Kanak. The peak of the iceberg is what you only see. Tanak awama.
Kote are mashakio kota yoroma. Ya robaya no tosho kotai rotai. Io kore mia katia rosh kotia monota yara shakatia nota. Ya no tosho kotai rabaya. Oma katia ryukosha. Ya koto yanata. This is what unity is. Atio kotia. Ya noto yara mayanata. Kote yara shata. Ya komaren ento yara shakata.
Yeah, they say like often you believe that unity will happen between humankind, but it's not. It's with every being. It's with all the beings on earth. Kanak-a, tarnok-a. Also communicating, kak, understanding each other, how we live, how we work, expanding knowledge with every species. We also connect you to other species from other dimensions. One day you will be learning a lot, will be the portal to these beings. So basically they say that the insects and other animals will be communicating to us information and stuff from other beings, also like bees, but from other planets. We will be gaining information so that we can also live better with each other. We will learn about the philosophy of living and peaceful structures, using geometry. Is not only as a shape or form, but also understanding the energy that produce.
I'm getting images of me as a child collecting insects in a box. and the song coming through is ABBA, I Have a Dream, or the one that says I believe in angels and something good and everything I see. And if you see the wonder of a fairy tale, but when you're in that childlike essence and you're really like analyzing every part of a snail's shell and just looking at it like in wonder, that's the essence that we've lost, and that's the essence that's coming back, like really seeing, not just being. Like most of us are in this for lack of a better word, rat race, and we're not seeing everything. We're not seeing the beauty in everything. Like if you see a butterfly, you see the all the colors and all the patterns in the butterflies. Like what you read when you're a child, you're just wandering about with your eyes everywhere, looking at everything. Fascinated with everything. Whereas when we're closed off from this, we don't notice any of it. The flowers, the insects, the birds, like the spiders, the animals, the shapes in the clouds. Anything that's you really, like that song says, if you see a wonder in a fairy tale, it's like we have to live in wonder every day, in absolute awe of everything that's been created, just like we've been created.
Wow.
So beautiful.
Fascinating. Kanakata. Mumahanta musaishna. Uak and tak auko tak ai. Hubata teni se sao. Huntak arata. Got atuma an. Shandaka. Yeah, basically a confirmation of everything that Melissa says. Nanak ata. There is so much beauty.
I'm getting guided. You have to listen to that song as well. Because I'm just remembering the words for it. It's like if you see a wonder in a fairy tale, pushing through the darkness, even if you fail. I believe in angels. Something good in everything I see. And so on. Yeah, it's beautiful. Wow, how connected.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. I'm also getting guided to be close to the water, drink water. Anything you can do to be near the water, or bathe yourself in the water, or just cleanse yourself in the water. Even if it's raining, just go out and be cleansed by Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Water is very, very important.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful session today. I have to go, but I just want to say thank you both for this
Thank you.
beautiful co-creation. It was really
It has
amazing.
been a pleasure, Michelle. Thank you so much. It has been
Thank you.
amazing. Katuranak arot.
Goodbye,
Have
guys.
a good friend.
Goodbye,
Bye.
love.
See you next week.
See you next week, love.
Wow.
Wow. Super amazing. I still feel that there is more.
Yeah.
Rumaka tas amak osmurna neka og ormak atat mo. Wow! Now they show up the crocodile, the crocodile beings. Danak arot, and they were saying, you also consider us evil. Kanna, we are not evil. And cook arm tosna. And once again they say, like everywhere else, they are evil and there is goodness. Kanak arnahok o. This is, some of us are more aware than others, and we don't mean to harm other species, but from time to time we need to eat. Because of that, we are considered to be bad beings. You can also talk to us and communicate with us and find out that there is a lot of goodness also in us. Hanet art auru gao ot. I truly feel that all animals are majestic, and in every platform they show more and more like photographers or people who record videos discovering new species in the sea, and new flowers, new plants. I find that it's truly, truly, truly amazing. That's creating a lot of awareness in many of you. These cameramen or these artists are also messengers raising the awareness in your planet. Their functionality or their role is to bring the images of us so that you start recognizing that we are many awaiting for you to raise your frequency so that we can exchange love and knowledge. Art or nisnarok peacefully kan aruk ato kuk ato sainuk or narucha. My sister is fascinated with jellyfishes, and every time I see a jellyfish, new species, and these ones that they are in the deep, deep ocean, they also produce light, and they have incredible colors. I find them also fascinating. And she asked me, I don't know why, Isma, I'm so fascinated with them. And when she said that, I had a confirmation that she was one in a lifetime. But I didn't dare to tell her because I don't know how she's going to react if I tell her that she was a jellyfish. I had to bite my tongue and don't say anything. But yeah, during my sessions I find that many of us, we've been also incarnated as an animal. And that's why we have also certain inclinations or more powerful connection to some species. Sometimes it's because we were incarnated in an animal on Earth, and sometimes because we have been incarnated in a species from other planets or dimensions that are connected to the ones that are here in our planet. Katana Korta, like this piece they were saying, that they will be a portal or serve as a portal to bring communication from other species of bees from other planets. Kinarak Oreta.
I can't wait to see purple fuzzy bees everywhere.
And the bumblebees also are, wow, they also transmit me so much.
I love the
big
bumblebee.
ones. Yeah. I find that they have a lot of joy as well.
Yeah.
They are very vivid and bring a lot of joy. Every time that one comes through my window, it's like it's a blessing truly. Shanna. I was very afraid of them. And also, I'm still afraid of spiders sometimes. But I'm experiencing like a mixture of love and fear. Like they say, we are dealing and releasing the fear from our past memories. So it's part of the evolution, our evolution. And Tanarakawata Ohayenik Arotas Antak O Hikaata. We know that it is hard to talk about these things in your language, Nak Artur, and it's very easy if we use the light languages. Ak at akur and this is only because not many of you talk about this. So it's like they are saying that as we are not used to talk about talking to animals and all of that, there is a part of our brain that still offer resistance and will be offering resistance for a while until we normalize that is possible, until we have until we get more encounters with brothers and sisters who have this ability to communicate to them. Tanak sosh ntu kumarana kanata. Don't be afraid about talking about these subjects, because if these messages are being delivered, there is a much wiser reason behind it. You are meant to deliver these messages for those who have ears to listen. Those who are not ready, they will just ignore this information. Sanana akuna is sana umba at ak ostu ok ataik anta os isnamo kanta an auko shana. They're showing me now a geometric structure, but I don't know the name of this geometry. Kantar katu is very complex, not many sides. I don't know even how many, more than 16. Kanak otarinak oru. Ita is moving takak otana kaata. And they show me that is part of this wisdom and expansion that we are acquiring. Amore tak are. Seish inak o, establishing connections. Akoka. When you speak, when you feel us, you open the possibility to communicate. Tuoko, because you consider us as part of your existence. God, oh, Hurta, Tuka, so multiple new possibilities are being created as you speak, as you feel. Knock out. Oh, incredible creators you are. Knock out. You are not just yet aware how powerful, how many things you can do. Many things unknown to you, many things unknown to us, many things that don't even exist, new things that you will discover as you create them. Akarut ishnu okarata kokanu uakarata. Oka, this is why we love you so much. We can't wait for that moment when we interact more with each other. When you release all the fear, when you understand our true essence, just as your sister Melissa mentioned before, looking everything from the child eyes. Nurta. We will nurture each other when we open these portals. Interconnectivity. Kanaraka at multidimensionally. Sometimes you look outside in other dimensions when there is so much to expand, discover, and connect in your own world. Many of you humans are looking elsewhere when there is so much in front of your nose. Distractions, merely distractions. You are free to choose. Those who listen to will be opening more connection to that is nearby. We don't speak only about animals. Your world is full of different beings who bring benefits to humanity. You are opening up to this as we shared before. Important is that you deliver these messages to raise awareness. Kanaka Kurta.
Toyama Kiaro Shakia Tatiama Katiora Shakotoyo Kotoyo Rebia
Ya no toshokati ya koto ya marini ya koto ya reshemi ya kata. Ai ya mia kate ya or mi nata koto. Ya nata yo koto yo remi ya kate ya resho koto ya mia nata. Ia koto yo ro kate ya nata ya koto yo resho ki ya noto ya rabati ya kate yo koto ya manata. Yo koto ya piaki yo koto yo mia nata. There's been shown when I first had Jack, and I remember saying quite a few times, I wonder what it's like for him just seeing everything for the first time, seeing flowers, seeing colors, seeing just everything brand new with his eyes. And that's what we're being urged to look at, everything. Yeah. With new eyes. We are evolving, and we are seeing things. We're seeing energies. We're seeing how supported we really are through glimpses, through orbs, through signs, through animals. We're all interconnected, and we look with wonder sometimes, but then we also forget, and we're being urged to remember that childlike essence where you're seeing everything for the first time, experiencing colors, experiencing new foods, touches, feeling earth underneath your feet for the first time, being in the sea for the first time. We're so programmed to just be like, oh yeah, I've done that before, and never experience it again.
Yeah, they are telling me that one of the major difficulties in humanity relies on in the understanding that that is like going backwards.
Yeah.
When it's not, and because we have that feeling that going back to remember our essence, because we interpret that as going backwards, that's why we block it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, it's actually the way, is the path.
Yeah. It's like if you sit, like I've sat sometimes and I've like sat and spoke to my plants and like touched the leaves and sent love into them, or even when you're meditating and focusing on, I'm just getting shown that now, like focusing on a flame on a candle, and it's like almost like you're in a trance. But babies are like that too. When they see something that they like, they're fixated. They don't look at anything else. They're fixated on the color or the noise or the feeling of it. And it's not going backwards, because that's where we find our inner peace. Like when we're sitting, sometimes I'll sit and focus on like all the layers of a rose and the feeling of it and the smell of it, and actually be conscious and be present. And that is the moment where your mind is clear, where you get your downloads, because you're purely focused on just, that's why, that's just coming now. That's why kids are so more adaptable than what we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When we do so, we also provide to our system peace.
Yeah.
Moments of peace our whole system needs badly, because it has been exposed for long periods of times to stress, to worries, to other things that vibrate low.
Yeah.
Karunare sara orat akot. Got antak ot on your time. Don't let others own your time. You are becoming more aware of this. You'll find the ways to own your time and even make it as it doesn't exist, because you connect to you, yourself's source. And that's why we have felt so reveled. That's why we've been eager to change, and to that's why we wish so much to have a life free from control from other systems and organizations, and because we want to claim our time, our experience, our life. And when they are telling me, when you set this intention from love, from full awareness, place in love, and not from feeling the lack of it, you will be co-creating with the universe that you want to experience. When you feel angry about the things outside, when it triggers something you do not want to experience, the frequency gets low, and then from that state you wish to change your realities. Those usually are times of frustrations, because it is from love that you create new things. So try to get back to states of love, and from there ask, create. You will bring, no one else but you will bring those realities to be experienced in your life. Do ask from love, not from anger or from a lower vibration. Take the opportunity when you feel joy to make your prayers. Take the opportunity when you connect to nature, to the animal kingdom, to your inner child. Take those opportunities to really make your wishes. Visualize them, feel them with joy and love. No, with a sense of luck. Karun sinarak onian niek au haruna shanak a. You are love creators. Karanak ortoshto. Yeah, so yeah, very often we want things to change in our realities, and we ask that when we are feeling low, when we are feeling fed up, when we are tired.
Yeah.
So they were telling us to take the good moments to make our prayers. God, and they say that's why your intentions are very powerful in these encounters. Because you raise the vibration and you take the opportunity to make them when you are quite high.
Yeah.
It makes totally sense.
Sometimes I pray, I pray to Creator at night time, but not even for anything. I thank him for everything. I just thank him for the food, thank him for this day.
Yeah, be grateful in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, and that just leaves me in such a beautiful, blissful place before I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
To become aware of how lucky we are.
Yeah.
Most of the time we are, if you ask people, because they are paying more attention to things that are vibrationally low, they get tired of being alive. But when you really pay attention in the way that we've been guided here today, Akuta Antone Ekarot. And when you see the wall, and instead of saying what a shit world this is, but you say what a beautiful opportunity is to be alive every day, things change a lot. Things change a lot. And that opens a wonderful window and door for you to have incredible dreams and opportunities to also astral travel.
Singing and dancing as well, like anything, or even just purposely. Sometimes, like I've done this, like when I've felt, when I've been going through my shadows a little bit, and purposely just going outside and smiling at everything, just looking around and being like, oh, look at that geese, and smiling, and like just I keep on getting this I think this is all going back to like childhood things tonight. But there's this song that resonates with what you were saying, and we used to sit in assembly, and we used to have to sing these songs when we were in primary school. And I think it was God related, but it was all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. I can't really remember the rest of the songs. Our dear God created them all. But that was coming through when you were speaking, and like it just really resonates with everything that we're saying. All creatures great and small. We're so connected to it when we're a child. And it's not even our fault. We've all gone through, we've been programmed and gone through traumatic experiences, and our mission is to get back to that innocent essence that we were, who were confident in who we were. We were fearless. We were pure love. We still are pure love.
Yeah. We never stop being that.
And it's the added pressures, and then when you do grow up, or if you act like a child, all the programming of like, oh, you need to grow up. It's about time you grew up. Stop acting like a kid. But that is the polar opposite of what we're actually supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yes, there's times where we have to be an adult, but we can still have our child out. We can still have our teenager out. We can still have our infant out. We can have all versions of ourselves out. The teenager, the rebellious one that might be a bit angry, she's okay too. She can come out too and play.
It's
Every now
part
and
of
again.
the same.
Yeah.
They say you have separated who you are, but you are everything.
We're all the same being.
You
Yeah.
are the same being. You are the adult, you are the child, and you are the teenager. So there is no real separation. It's only created by humans to talk about certain things from different periods of your lives. You have created those structures, and you have created separation. But truly there is not. And for as long as you believe that there is separation from an adult to a teenager and to a child, you will be separated, because you are separating who you are by believing so. But there is no separation. It has never been separated. Your system has been always connected. You are the same being.
We're the same soul.
The same soul.
Yeah.
And that true essence connecting the child is you as an adult, you as a teenager, and you as a child. It's you. Always you. Because a lot of people might interpret this as, oh my God, I need to get back to become a child. No, you just need to be you. Yourself.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Embrace all of you.
Embrace all that you have become. Everything that you have
things
become.
That made you happy when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Like the things that you don't do anymore.
Yeah. Well, the other day there was I found a video where there was a lady saying, wow, why we don't smile as much as when we were little.
Yeah.
Is that something that defines us as adults? So I'm a grown up because I smile less? That's really contradictory.
It's very.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know it's wow. It's like even if you are smiling and people are like, "What are you smiling about?
Oh my God.
Why are you so happy? Am I not allowed to be happy?" I'm happy because the birds are singing in the sky and the sun is shining. And that's what I'm happy about.
Wow. You cannot imagine how many jobs they have asked me practically every morning.
Yeah.
What you are so happy about. And I was getting really like lost of why they were asking me that question. Why they are not happy to see me happy. That was my I don't know, I was really puzzled by getting these kind of questions. Instead of good morning, they were asking me, what are you so happy about? You are just starting your shift.
Yeah.
I say, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot even answer why I'm so happy, but I'm happy. What do you want me to tell you? I'm happy. That's it.
It's funny how you come in and you come in with a positive, happy attitude, and then I've had that experience in my new job. There's this lady. Well, she's obviously been here for longer, and like I'm understanding, but we were going through stuff, and then she was like huffing and puffing, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm going to be dead by this," and then after all this, and then I just turned around and like gave her a joke, and I was like, "Surely it's not that bad. We're not going to have to put you in one of these boxes," like, and then she started laughing, so I kind of contradicted the energy, but I was just like, "Come on now," like, but that's stress, like, and you
Yeah.
see it. And you see it around people all the time, and you want to help them, but even maybe me just making a joke, a light-hearted joke, maybe like ease the stress a little bit, and being like maybe made them think, okay, it's not actually that bad. But it's, yeah, everybody gets stressed about quite a lot of things that they don't need to stress about. And if
Yeah.
they only knew what that did to your body.
Yeah.
And I'm no angel, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get stressed about stuff myself, but
Yeah.
I know how to
It really touched me the message when they say that they don't let you own your time.
yeah.
That really resonated in my heart a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Practically since the moment we come to Earth, they try to control our time.
Yeah.
They put you in a school, they place us in schools, they they create the structures, they don't let us be free.
No.
They don't let us use our time in the way we like.
No, yeah. It's like we know that we're sovereign beings, and we're doing so much already. Like, they keep on telling us we're all doing so much work, and they're so proud of us, and they're constantly giving us unconditional love. Like, actually, like, I say we as they're like separate from us, but they are us as well. They're our support system, our family, and we're doing a lot, and then having to deal with a 3D world on top of it.
Yeah.
Or even me, like, it's like even going through my shadow work as well, is like I still, there's maybe some days where I just want to stay in bed and cry it out, but I have to get up and be a mum and do mum things like washing and making sure that he's fed and cleaning, and and working on top of that. So it's like, although they say like time is not a thing, but we do have very little free time
Yeah.
to give to our souls, even if it's just something basic as going out in Mother Nature for an hour
Oh,
or
just be, just
or
be.
just to be sit and
Just
stare.
be in your chair or whatever you want to sit down or
Yeah,
lie or whatever. It's just be. They have the freedom of doing with your time what you like,
yeah.
whatever you like,
And
without
sometimes,
being conditioned or controlled
yeah.
or
In this
limited.
ascension process, like with the energies that's hitting the planet, sometimes there's been times where I've been absolutely wide awake and I can't sleep. And then there's been times where all I want to do is sleep. And then there's been times where I've picked up Jack from nursery, and then maybe half an hour to an hour later, I'm completely like, I'm going to fall asleep on this table in a minute. Like they just whacked me.
Yeah.
And and there was, I think I was playing with Jack. This was like one day this week, actually. I think I was like, Jack, can we just get like the blanket and lie on the rug in the living room? And he was just like, yeah, okay, mom. And then he went in next to me, and I fell asleep for 10 minutes because my body literally couldn't like stay awake for that long. And it was just the energetic shifts that was taking place, or maybe the shifts in me as well. When your body is telling you to rest, it's all very well when you say, oh, listen to your body. But you try and listen to your body as much as you can. But
They say you are doing your best.
yeah,
You are doing your best.
yeah, I know that too. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot in this
It's a
reading.
lot. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot that we're doing for humanity, and then there's a lot that we're doing for our elevation, our ascension.
Yeah, for the whole existence.
I know. And they keep on coming with these waves of energy too.
Uh, and also, there are days that we wonder, what should I do?
Yeah.
Like if we were not doing enough, no? Like, oh my God, we are still looking for more things.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I open the portals in the sessions, they are really, really like, guys, you are asking for more? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see everything that you are doing every moment, every second? And when you are just contemplating nature, do you know how many things you are doing when you are just contemplating nature? They
We're creating that energy, that awareness. We're pushing that energy out as we feel more connected to it. That
Yeah.
energy will hit other people that feel connected to it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We are purging, we are releasing the collective energy, we are releasing control, we are transforming stuff that is affecting us inside. So we are transforming anger, like we say before,
Mm-hmm.
into love, and so many things we do when we just contemplate something in peace.
And I think on a subconscious level, like Jack already knows. Jack knows
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Like and there's been some occasions where Halloween, for instance, like I ran about because outfit didn't come, and he was invited to this Halloween party. So I ran about trying to find another costume for him because his other one didn't come in time for this party. The energy of the people that were going to this party, I didn't completely want to be around, but Jack wanted to go to the party, and so I ran about looking for an outfit for him, and he was happy. And then on the day that we were going, I was just like, because it was at dinner time and this was at 9 o'clock in the morning, I was like, yeah, well, in a few hours we'll be going to the Halloween party. And I wasn't aware of how many people would actually be there that I would probably feel uncomfortable with. But Jack, to my knowledge, is unaware of that. But he turns around to me at 9 o'clock in the morning after me running about trying to find him an outfit, and he's like, I don't want to go. And I was just like, why? And I was like, he was like, I just don't want to go. And then I was just like, are you sure? I was like, it's in a few hours, like you can make up your mind later. And he was like, I just don't want to go, Mum. And I was just like, okay. But I honestly do feel like he was protecting my energy at the same time.
Yeah.
I would have gone because if he wanted to go, I would have taken him and felt uncomfortable. But yeah, it was just
the
way
fact that it's not mentioned with words, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that it's not being processed or understood.
Yeah.
He's understanding all of that inside with emotions. He's processing all of that. We have been educated that if we talk about something, we get the acknowledgement or the understanding that the other person is sort of getting where you are and understanding what you want. But it's not necessary to talk. It's not needed. When you are connected in a soul level, you just process what the other beloved is processing.
I know. It was like
that is a big example of it.
Yeah. There's been a few occasions where he's been like that. He's like, I see him as my teacher, my protector, and a lot of things, not just being a mother to a child. Like I see him as I speak and see him as me as well, and as more
a big consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't belittle him.
A limitless consciousness.
He's so connected to Mother Nature. It's unreal.
And that is what they were saying, for us to get back to that state, to what we truly are, so that we also get limitless consciousness and appreciate life as it is. Beautiful.
The curiosity, that's what's been taken from us. Well, no, because we are all still curious, but like but
it's a different way. It's a different way of seeing reality. It's a different way of curiosity. There are different eyes. When we look through the eyes of a child, like the way we used to look at things, we were curious, but in a different way.
Yeah. You know what the most cutest things, and it's like my personal little treasure, is he always comes home with either a stone or a feather or a shell or like little fake crystals from nursery, like they're all different like colors or sequins, and he just takes them out of his pocket, or beads or something, and he's like, Mum, I got this for you. And I'm like, and I've got a whole pile of it on my windowsill. It's just like all stones and feathers. And I was like, Jack, I think I'm going to have to get a jar for all this stuff. But like every time I look at it, it just makes me smile, because I was like, if I was going to take anything out of this house, if I had to leave everything, I would take them. Well, obviously I would take Jack too, but like I would take those because they mean so much to him, and it means so much to me that he gave me them, and he was so excited about it. And I was just like, and nearly every day he comes back with like something. He's like, oh, I found a piece of gold for you, but it's just like a stone that's like painted like gold. And I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool.
They are
And
meaningful
yeah.
pieces of.
It's like he's thinking of me. He's like, oh, I've seen this stone. I'm going to bring it to my mum because she'll love it. Because I never like, he's like, oh, for God's sake, so you're bringing me another stone. You know, like that's just bring me back to the snails, because I can remember I used to collect snails in a box.
But they are telling me that there is also a reason. That love connection is there,
Mm-hmm.
but the reason why he chooses these things has something to do with what you are going through too. It's a way to help. It's a way to smooth the process, make it better.
And he brings out my creativity as well. Like even just little, like him coming with the little gems and getting excited about it. Or sometimes we get stones and we go and paint them, like, and he paints pictures on them, and I sit and paint with him, and then we put them out in our garden. It's like it's bringing my child out, and it's bringing my creativity out as well. Like I enjoy.
We are talking.
Yeah.
He does that. They just show me that. They just show me that his role is to take you to that child, to that state. Amongst many other things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of the things that he does.
He's very fascinated with my crystals too. He's always been like, there was one day that he took all of my crystals off my shelf, or most of them, and I didn't notice that they'd gone. And then I pulled his bedroom curtains back, and all my crystals were sitting on the windowsill, and like in a row. And I was like, Jack, why is my crystals on your windowsill? And he was like, I'm putting them out to the moon, Mom, so the moon can charge them.
Whoa.
And I was just like, I'm keeping you up. Yeah.
Just naturally, like that. He knew that it's important to charge the crystal with the moon. Is something that you told him, or that he saw you doing, or?
He saw me put like crystals on the windowsill when it's like a full moon to charge them, and then he asked me, and then sometimes I put water outside with crystals in a bottle, and he thinks it's like magic water. Like he was like, oh, have you made more magic water? And I'm like, yeah, it's moon water. And then he's like, can I have some? And I'm like, yeah, if you want. And he just thinks it's like he's drinking magic, which he is.
If you believe it, it is.
Yeah. And yeah, it's so cute.
I think this is another problem in humanity, that we expect things to be proven, and when they are proven, like scientifically, we believe them, but we don't want to understand that if we believe something in something, we have the power to create it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a child, if a child believes that that is magic water, once he drinks the water, that water is gonna be purifying his organism,
Yeah.
because he believed that that water is magic water.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I saw a video of Doctor Dispensa,
Okay.
and he was saying something like that as well. He was
Yeah.
saying, he was talking about the placebo medication, that when people take some tablets without even, or capsules without any chemical inside, when they were believing that they were healing capsules, they were actually healing their system.
Yeah. I
But
totally believe them.
but inside there were nothing.
Yeah.
So that
Oh.
demonstrates that we have the capacity to create that we believe in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of people waiting for a Messiah to come to earth to save us.
Yeah.
And we are constantly receiving messages that it's you who need to believe in having or doing things better. So
Mm-hmm.
if you believe, you create it.
Yeah.
How can you prove that? I don't know how to prove that. That's something that you maybe need to prove to yourself. But to me, it's meaningful. So I believe on that. So let me
Mm-hmm.
believe in whatever I want to believe.
It's just, yeah, it's your subconscious. It's if you believe, it's like what I said at the beginning when we all went up like into like a theta state and we all asked for to be shown this animal. And we just left it like that, knowing that we were going to get shown this animal. And
Exactly. So you create it.
yeah, and then the animal kept on coming up. But then there were some people that were doubting that they were ever going to see this animal. And the minute they create doubt in their minds, they don't see it,
They
or
don't see it.
take longer. You know, maybe it take
Yeah,
4 days for them to
they
see
love
the
the
animal,
process.
but because everybody else was seeing it, they were like, "Oh, there must be something wrong with me. Like, why can't I see it?" And but when you drop the thought and be like, "I want to see this sign all through this week. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Don't give it another second thought, and it pops up everywhere.
Exactly. And
You
that's
you
what
may
happened with
forget if you
hypnosis as well. In hypnosis, you are in a state where the mind is not judging in
yeah.
whether something is true or not. So that's it. Whatever the higher self project there to in order to heal an organ, the, that organ heals. That
Mm-hmm.
part of your body heals. Why? Because you are not having a double thought. You are not conditioning and blocking the process of healing by thinking.
And another thing, when we were speaking about our bodies and listening to our bodies, another thing that blows my mind is you can literally stand up. You can stand up in the room with your legs kind of like apart a little bit and go, yes, 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 and your body will instantly move forward. When you go no, 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 it moves backwards. And then you can say, my name's Melissa. Your body will go forward because it's the truth. And my name's Ismail. Then my body would go backwards. And then you can go through like all these beliefs that, like, maybe it's affirmations that
It's
you've
like
been.
muscle testing, no?
Yeah, it's like a muscle test. Like, and you can go through all these beliefs, like that you think that maybe like you've been listening to affirmations, and you can be like, and there's like no judgment, but you could just state out loud, I am worthy of love, and your body will either react yes or no. So if you're fully believing that you're worthy of love, but your body is telling you no, then that means that there's some blockages around it that needs to be cleared up.
Yeah.
I've been doing it with foods and everything now. I stand up and I'm like, when I have a doubt about a food, or I don't think that the food is maybe necessary for my body right now, like bananas, I've kind of gone off bananas. I just, like, I asked, I was like, is bananas a good thing for me to eat right now? And then my body would just go like, no. And like, yeah, it's crazy when you ask the questions and you get the answers, but then still you doubt it. It's like your body is telling you the truth, but you still sometimes doubt what your body's telling you. But you can, yeah, and that's just what we've been programmed to believe as well.
Yeah, it's part of the programming. Is also like disconnection from the body, understanding that the body is not worthy or is not of big value or intelligent. So we have been programmed that the body is sort of useless and limited. Many adjectives that has been given to the body that diminish the importance of the body.
One of the big ones that came up for me was, I can't when we were doing like belief work with the muscle test, was like, I think it was, and this is like past life stuff as well, because it might not be in this lifetime, but it might be in another lifetime that it needs to be cleared. But I think it was something like, I'm scared to be penalized as a healer, or something like that, or being attacked for being a healer. And that was like one that I got, that I had to like remove from my body, like the belief, or from like the ancestor level or something like that. But it's so interesting, the stuff that we store in our bodies that's maybe not even just ours. It's like ancestral stuff.
We've been killed many times. Many timelines we've been killed just for using herbs. We've been considered witches, and we've been burned. There's so many sessions that people been burned. It's just like crazy. I know I've been burned, and I've been decapitated. They have cut my head several times just because they thought that I come from evil, and I was just trying to heal and help.
Oh, that's what the one it was. It was I will be killed for being a healer. And I got like a yes for that. And I was just like, whoa. But that was like past life.
Past life, totally.
stuff that's holding me back in this life, I suppose, because
100%.
yeah, it's
And it's very common. It's something that many of us have.
yeah.
And it's very important to address it and release it, definitely.
That's the other thing as well. Like we're going through so much, and we're going through our own shadow work from this lifetime, but we're also doing the shadow work for our ancestors, our generations before us, like our mothers, our fathers. We're like, I had this conversation with my mum the other day because I was saying to her about like she's getting more and more understanding of it, because I'm not backing down from my path, if you know what I mean, and I'm doing the work, and I'm seeing a difference in our relationship, and she's starting to understand more because I am doing the work. And I tried to explain to her like why I find this work important and why I feel like I'm being called to do this work, or we're all being called to do this work at this time, because it's not their fault either. But I said to her, I was like, with me doing this work, I'm actually healing you. I'm healing my granny. I'm healing all our ancestral line.
The lineage. Yeah.
All the cycles, all the trauma that's like come before us, to like stop it at me, so that our generations to come, like Jack, his kids, like just all generations to come, is not going to have to. I mean, they will have their own lessons to learn, like totally. I don't think they're going to like stream through life because we've done this. Like, I think we all have our own lessons to learn, but it's breaking the chain of all the.
And this considering only our human, let's say, lineage. But what about the other life experiences that we had, as being a giant, or as being a tree and being cat? We have wounds from other experiences also. And we are healing them in this lifetime, in this timeline. So
I know.
It's massive, the work that we are doing.
I've felt the like, especially with the shaman, with the veil being like at its thinnest right now, and especially in October and into this month, like the witch wound has reappeared, like in a different way, but it's coming, like everything's coming like full cycle, like again. It's just, but it's presenting itself in different ways. Like there's still like groups of like gossipy people that are maybe like sending ill will or what. Like I don't really know. But I don't really want to put my energy into it either. But like I know that I've walked away from quite a few people over this last little while that I just can't be around their energy anymore. It's like being unbearable. But I also feel like that's where the witch wound's coming back in, because I can literally feel the gossip and their negative thoughts. It's like I've advanced more.
Yeah.
But I think the last time there was something telling me to it was when I was going to work, when I worked at my other place, then something told me it was 10 minutes before I had to go to work that night, and something told me like to protect my energy. So I did like a short meditation to like protect my energy and like seal up my chakras, and then as soon as I got in the car, it just hit me like in my stomach, like just this negative energy, and I was just like, oh, well, what is that? Like, and I knew it wasn't mine. So it's like I'm more sensitive to the energy. It's like I know what energy is good, and I know when it feels not good. But yeah, it's just in those cases you just kind of have to walk away and just be you, give yourself.
Be authentic to that situation. Be yourself and react accordingly, no?
Yeah.
To that situation. If you don't feel well with that company, that people.
No, it's like what I said to Michelle earlier on, where I would like, I haven't used my voice, but in situations like that, I find it easier just to walk away because I'm not manifesting I'm not manifesting anything into my life. I don't want to create arguments. I don't want to create. There's already negativity there on their end for whatever reason. Maybe it's just unhealed traumas or whatever else, but
you can feel that there is no point.
Yeah, you know that there's no point of like even trying to engage into it. So you just like walk away. And if they wish me ill intent, then I know I've got God on my side anyway, so.
And actually, when this happens and you act accordingly with what your body or your senses are telling you, it feels also good. And that good feeling, to me, is a confirmation or a validation of your system telling you you did well.
Yeah, it's you trusting your intuition as well. I think that's what I'm like. I was saying that I'm picking up on energy and I'm elevating. Yeah, like I do feel people's energies, but like it's me being more in my body and more trusting of my own inner compass, like my own intuition, like on and how I feel about things. So yeah, so it's energy, but it's also your own intuition that's like speaking to you as well, and I'm actually listening to it instead of doubting it.
It's more like a whole you know?
Yeah. It's like you get these little nudges sometimes, and then I think that's the thing with you being like, with being empathetic as well. You're like, you give people more chances than what they maybe deserve.
Yeah.
But then when you know. And I think that's me probably like setting more boundaries for myself and trusting my intuition more. And just acting accordingly.
Yeah, and that process takes you to, let's say, polishing.
To peace.
Yeah, to inner peace, exactly. To make your discernment, everything improves in terms of knowing when you are meant to be in one place or not. And that's it. You just know. You reach the moment or that point when you just know. When you even ask to yourself logically, why did I do that? There is not even an answer. You just did it, and that's it. And you know it felt good, and that's enough.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
That's where grace comes in. It's like you're not looking to have an argument and be like, oh, you did this and you did that, and like I don't want to create that kind of energy in my life, so I'd rather gracefully trust my intuition and walk away. But then there is situations where you do have to use your voice, and that
you need to say something.
And that
because in those situations you are meant to say that for the other person also, not only for you and for the other person.
But you leave that like I see everything from, like, I think that's with me being empathetic as well. I see everything from so many different perspectives. I don't know if that's just like with my healing or what, but like it's like once you've kind of done the inner work on yourself, you can see it in people where they need to work on, but you can't exactly say that to them at the same time. And if they want advice, then that's fine. But then I also have the perspective of, okay, maybe it's not their time. Maybe it's not their time. Maybe in 2, 3 years or 10 years or whatever, maybe that'll be their time, or maybe their time is not in this lifetime. Maybe it's in the next lifetime. Like I've got that awareness of being like, okay, if they want to be like that, it's just a frequency thing. I think it's like energy. So when we're vibrating high and you're coming across people that are at a lower frequency, they tend to try and keep you down to their lower frequency because they don't like you being so happy. We go back to the happy and smiley thing again. Like if you're constantly happy and smiley, I mean, we've all gone through the shadows and we go through shadow work, but then we still know how to kind of like bounce back from it very quickly. So 1 minute we can be going through something, but we can still be happy and positive. It's like we're going with the flow. Like we're still working through shadows, but we can still be in a high frequency as we go through the shadows as well.
It's surrendering, total surrender. To whatever is coming.
That's another thing my body does as well. My body literally does surrender. And I think that's maybe the great thing about being a woman as well, because I've started to, I was always brought up, with like a lot of men in my family. And but there were some women, and all of them used to complain about their menstrual cycle. Even when we were at school, everybody just complained about their menstrual cycle. But like, I've learned that those days are like the days that I can slow down, and it's where I'm tuned into my wisdom. A lot, and I fully surrender as much as I can on those days, and I don't moan about them at all. Like I don't complain about them. I don't say anything or blame PMS or whatever it is. Like, and I'm still like, I literally honor those days. Like I've gone back into like the ancient ways where like people used to like see that as sacred, and that is just massively improved that whole situation. I don't even know where I was going with that, but but I go on full like surrender mode in those days, because I know that I'm tapped into my wisdom, I'm tapped into everything. But my body just even knows. My body will just slow down gradually slow down, and I might sleep more before it happens. And when there's something really big that's going to shift in my life, or if it's a change or an unexpected change, or just like another challenge that life seems to like like to throw. My body tends to just sit and surrender, and then in the next couple of days, then there'll be something that hits. But I've had that time to be in the surrender and know that something's coming. Whether that's good, like, I don't see things as good or bad, but it doesn't necessarily have to be some hurdle that I have to get over. It might be something really good, but like, it's like my body knows.
Yeah.
It's the awareness of your body, I suppose. We're all tuning in.
Yeah, it is.
It's like what you said when
the understanding that there is no point anymore in moaning or in complaining or saying anything. Just surrender. It's total surrender.
no, and mine's just completely, like, my menstrual cycle's completely changed since then. I don't actually have anything to moan about.
Yeah.
Because I'm not moaning about it. I'm not complaining that I've got a sore belly, or complaining I've got a sore back, or complaining that I'm bloated. I understand my female body. I know that my body or my belly will look slimmer sometimes, and it might get a bit bloated beforehand. And I understand my body.
And accept.
And I breath work through it, and I surrender. And now that I'm like that, I don't really have anything to complain about. Like, they're not like painful or anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. It's like you're going back to like Joe Dispenza. If you sit and moan about something, expecting it to be this or for it to be a nuisance in your life, or or just complaining about it, then it's just bringing more energy into it. But when you sit back and surrender and just be like, it is what it is, nothing really to complain about.
And everything that is meant to be created, it is created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is taking me to that question mark that I have about why certain women suffer a lot of pain during their menstruation.
Yeah.
And it might be because of what you are saying.
Yeah, I definitely think it is, because since I learned about that, and I learned about like how the tribes used to see it, like I never once saw that, like, since I had it when I was a teenager, I never once saw that as something sacred and something beautiful. Like, I never seen it like that. I just seen it as a hindrance. I seen it as my PE teacher being
that's what
my PE teacher to force you to do stuff when your body's naturally telling you to slow down. And they were like, oh, exercise is good for it. No, it's not. Like, it's, well, I'm not saying not light exercise, but like, I used to have a PE teacher that would try and force the girls to go swimming when we were on our menstrual cycle, and she was just like, oh, you can just use tampons. And I was like, I don't use tampons. And like, they used to just force, like, and we be in so much pain and our belly to be so sore, and then they used to like force us to do PE, and it was because we were putting energy onto it, being like complaining about it and being like, oh, for God's sakes. And I got brought up like that too. Like, I always seen my mother complaining about it.
Yeah.
It's a passed on belief, really.
Yeah.
Like,
my sister the same with my mother and my whole family, but culturally in general. So
But I tuned into my body, and the more that you kind of like maybe meditate or do breath work or listen to your body, like maybe your body is needing some sweet stuff, like just some chocolate, and maybe you're on a diet and you're like, oh, I don't want to eat the chocolate or whatever. But if your body, I definitely feel like there is something in chocolate that helps the female body during that process. It's like the sugar spike that you need. But even now, I don't even need that. Like, I just, when I learned about what women in the tribes used to do, when even Egyptians and things like that, they were like, they used to pour their blood into the soil to like grow their plants to make them fertile, and things like that.
Rituals.
Yeah. And the little tents that used to, like, we all used to sync up in, that still happens. But it's like, it's actually an honor. Like, women get to physically shed every month. Like, we're always going on about shedding back layers and everything like that with our healings, but we actually get to physically shed.
Yeah.
What's holding us back, what is in that space. And if you tune in to the wisdom of that it's quite, crazy. Like, you see all these people just instantly going for, because this is what they've been programmed for. Like, I don't take tablets for nothing. Like, I just don't take tablets. But there'll be people that instantly have a headache, or instantly have backache, or instantly have a sore belly from PMS or whatever. Straight for the tablet, straight for the tablets.
Yeah.
And then within 4 hours, they're needing to take more tablets. And then that's just chemicals being put into your body as well. But when you
making the body crazy, really, the hormones, everything.
Yeah. And then there's all this other stuff that you can put into your body to stop your periods being so heavy, or get like rods put in, bits of metal that put into your body, or you can take like a hormonal tablet. And then they wonder why people are going nuts.
Yeah.
Because it's a chemical messing with your hormones, or a piece of copper that's getting put into your arm.
It's incredible that this is still accepted.
I know.
To me, that's crazy, really. At
I know.
this stage of life, really, I find, how can they still let these pharmaceutical companies run and sell so much? I mean, there are certain things that are useful in situations, certain situations, but there are other things that are proven to be destroying our system. So I'm referring to those that are already proven to be destroying.
It's like, since I've had like, do you know those Lemsip things that have got the paracetamol in them? Yeah. So I suppose this is going back to like Joe Dispenza, but like, I literally believe that if I have a cold or a sore throat or anything like that, I just boil water, add some honey and lemon into it, and I'm like, I'll be fine after that. Or ginger, like ginger in with it too. And that's what I believe. Like, I because my mum's
Yeah.
like, oh, why don't you just have Lemsips? And I'm like, I don't take that because it's got paracetamol in it. I don't need paracetamol. I just need honey, lemon, and hot water. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And it usually works.
Yeah.
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 Or that one time that I got really, really ill, I was like really, but I think that was the universe's way of just making me sit down, to be honest. But I haven't been ill since then. But I was ill for quite like maybe a week and a half or something. And I said to myself, I was like, when I get out of here, I'm going to the health shop. I'm getting ginger shots. I'm getting turmeric tablets. And I'm going to drink green smoothies and just put all this like nutrients into my body because I couldn't really like eat. So I went to the health shop and I went and got ginger shots, and I just fully believed that, because my mum was like, why are you getting turmeric shots? And then I was just like, well, do you see Indian people getting ill? Like, and I was just like, there must be something in it. So I was just like, I'm going with them. Like, I'm going with the ginger, the turmeric, putting greens into my body. And I've never been sick since. And it's something I've stuck by since then.
Powerful they are.
Mm.
And thanks God they are getting more popular by other brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Not knowing why, but they are consuming them and realizing that they work. They really work.
Oh, sure. That's what I sat when I was ill, and I was like, when I get out of here, I'm going to have green smoothies. I'm getting ginger shots and turmeric tablets, and I'll be okay. That's what I said to myself.
How do you get these ginger shots?
They're actually from the supermarket, but I'm going to start making my own.
Mm-hmm.
But the ginger shots that I usually have, which I find is like the most powerful ones because it's nearly pure ginger. I think they're called mochio or something, and they're from Thailand.
Uh-huh.
And I found them in the co-op. I haven't found them anywhere else. There's another one, but that's really, really spicy, like ginger, but I can drink it, but I got a taste for it. Like I got a taste for the ginger, so I can drink it no bother now. But there's another one that I don't like so much, but I do drink sometimes. It's from it was in Tesco's and it's called Planish or something, and that's got ginger, but it's got apple cider vinegar in it, so it's kind of like vinegary ginger.
Yeah.
But they mix it with like a little bit of apple juice, but you could just make pure ginger shots yourself.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do it myself. I
Yeah.
buy the root and I do it naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strong flavor also.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Cayenne pepper is a good one too. Cayenne pepper is something that I introduced into some of my foods. Like if I was making sweet potato and carrot soup or something, I would put cayenne pepper into it just to give it like a little bit of like spice or a little bit of a kick to it. Not much, but that's very, very good for your system. Keeping your defenses up.
Yeah, immune
against
system.
The bugs.
Yeah. It's an immune system activator.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this week I've been guided to drink tea made of cinnamon.
Okay.
But the whole cinnamon
Stick.
sticks, exactly. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah, boiling that for a long time, and then drinking that. Apparently, it takes away the fat from your body
Okay.
that is not needed.
Right. Okay.
So whatever is accumulated in your body that is not needed, it is purged.
Like the candida.
What's that?
Like candida.
Candiga. I don't
Yeah.
know that one.
Oh, it's like a yeast. Candida. It's like it's okay for your body. A little part of it, but if you have like a really sugary diet and you're eating like lots of products like with yeast in it, then it can give like this thick sticky layer in between your fat and your skin, and it's like hard to kind of penetrate. Candida, or yeah.
I will look at that. And I've been guided also to use kefir. Or
Kefir.
kefir. Yeah.
Is that a leaf?
No, it's also like a yeast thing. It's
Okay.
like a yogurt. It's like yogurt, sour.
Oh, yeah.
It's a yogurt replacement. It's more liquid than yogurt. And apparently it has 30 bioactive bacteria that are beneficial for your intestines.
Okay.
30.
See, I was
whether
guided.
normal yogurt apparently has 6. And apparently kefir, it has 30.
She's going to leave. Oh no, this has only got 2. So I got guided to like have Actimel, immune system, but it's like a dairy-free one. So it's like made with almond and oat base, and then it's like fruit flavored, but like I got really addicted to them because they were like dairy-free, and they've got vitamin D and B6 into it, and 2 strains of live cultures, whatever that is. But yeah, I also...
That's what the kefir has, like 30 varieties.
30?
30.
Because I have, like, I eat the... I'm going to have to try that, because like the Alpro yogurt.
Alpro.
Yeah, the plant-based ones, but
yeah,
I don't know how many they've got in there. It just says with live cultures.
Yeah, not sure what the Alpro has, how many they have. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the kefir and see what happens in my body. Because, yeah, there is always a reason why you are guided.
Yeah, because
why suddenly I start receiving videos from different platforms talking about kefir.
I know,
so
yeah.
Like, what?
Probiotics is a good thing for your body too. So at one point where I wasn't eating or I didn't feel like eating, I was having one of those Actimels that was like kind of like your
Yeah.
probiotic, and then I would have like a turmeric tab, like a ginger shot, and I would take my vitamins. But then that was like basically that was me full. Like I had a ginger shot, an Actimel, and some vitamins, and I was like, I'm not hungry for anything else.
That's all you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important we are talking about all of this, showing and demonstrating that the body is intelligent. That's it. This is telling you that by taking those things, like these few elements that your body is asking for, that's it. You don't need to keep eating. Like we've been programmed that we need to keep eating.
No,
You need
I
to eat
think our body.
twice or 3 or 4 times. In Spain, even 4 times. We have breakfast. We have something around 12. Then you have lunch. Then you have something around 6 o'clock. And then you have dinner around 9.
Yeah.
So you spend the whole. You follow the culture. You spend the whole day eating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! I have broken all these rules. All of them. Only one. I need no.
I know you listen to your own body as well. It's like, when you're like I know sometimes I'll get a little bit irritable and then I'll be like, okay, I haven't had anything to eat. That's maybe why I'm
That's a
irritable.
good. That's a sign.
Yeah.
Being upset about nothing. Or irritable. Yeah.
But I've never actually done fasting. It's like it's something that I've thought about doing or doing it for 24 to 48 hours and seeing how I got on and just living off of like juices and water.
It is amazing. Right?
But I feel like my body has already done a fast without me actually knowing that I was doing a fast. Because I just didn't feel like I was hungry.
The other day, I saw a video where they say that we are actually fasting when we are sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why breakfast is called breakfast is because you break the fasting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you break the fasting.
Yeah,
So,
we are.
So when you don't have breakfast, and there was this guy saying, don't have breakfast, just have your meal at lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see how much more power you gain
Yeah.
because you don't break the fasting.
No.
But personally, I feel that just follow your body. Like we've been saying, your body's intelligent. Your body knows what you need, and every person is different. So
Mm-hmm. I really need breakfast, to be honest. But like, it's like
I also feel like I need breakfast when I wake up. Not instantly.
no.
No, I can have something like some tea, like
Yeah.
not necessarily tea like English tea, but any other herb.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after 1 hour, an hour and a half, I feel already like I could do with some solid food.
Yeah. Well, I don't seem to feel hungry in the morning anymore. Like, I just get up and then I'll maybe have something about 11 or lunchtime.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm already doing like fasting.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I do. It's around 11 or 12
Mhm.
is when I have my maybe meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the time. I'm going to have to go to bed.
I think we lost total awareness of time, which
Yeah.
is also very healthy.
It is good.
Um,
Had a good chat today.
yeah, very good, very good. I think all of this is very, very important. All of this, I think, maybe is common knowledge for us, but I think it's very helpful also for the world to listen to this.
For sure.
And for many, a sort of confirmation
Yeah.
about what they are doing, that they are not crazy, that they are not the only ones who are experiencing such things, and yeah.
No, I think we all I think we all go through that stage where, but I'm starting to like understand that as well, like on a deeper level, like whatever I'm experiencing, other people are experiencing too. But I feel like when you're maybe going through your darkness or your shadows or something, you feel like you're the only one going
Oof.
through
Yeah.
that loneliness or that period. But then when you do speak and you're open about it, we've either all gone through something similar so we can help, or we're going through the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But in different situations.
yeah. And I think we have covered many situations today.
Yes.
Plenty for people to feel maybe not resonating with all of them, but with some of them for sure, because we
Yeah.
have covered a huge spectrum of them.
Mm-hmm. It's been
Hanesh
fun.
Santana has been amazing, as always.
Mm-hmm.
So nice to speak with the heart,
Yeah, for sure.
and with our inner child.
Mm-hmm.
And, all together, like we say, we are not separated
No,
from
we
any
are.
stage of life. Okay, lovely. We'll
Okay.
have a very nice rest and
Yes.
a nice weekend. And
You have a nice weekend too. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
See
Thank
you
you. See you
next
soon, love. Good night.
time.
Bye bye.
era nakastaye cantarun estekia o pasteraka punere antas tetera kasayara daina